Hey you guys, Chris Bookie here. I worked with this system last time we did conferences and it worked well for me, so I thought I would share it out. I talked to a couple other teachers and they said it was information they'd love to have. So I thought I'd put together a super quick video for you guys, and it helped, especially at the middle school, having 5-minute blocks to keep things rolling smoothly. So I don't know how much you've played with your grade book. Hopefully you're all familiar with it. But there is a cool way that you can get in and actually look at the individual students' grades if you haven't done that before. So you're going to click on the grades and your grade book will come up. Let's say you have your list of like 5 or 6 students that you have coming up until your next break. Well, what you can do is you can actually view the student grades by, if you go down and click, I'm going to use test student so that I can show you guys this. So your student would come up when you click their name here, and if you click on grades, it gives you a gradebook report just like when the students look on their side of things. Let's say I've got 5 different students who I want to plug in here. First I'm going to click on the student, and then when it goes to grades, I'm going to hold down the command button if you're on a Mac, control if you're on a PC, and you can see it added a tab up there. And so let's say I pick another student, this little sidebar comes up. Again, I hold down the control button, I click that again, and see, so you can line up students here. So then this student, so I select that student, I hold down the control button, I click grades, and you can see, you can just kind of line them right up and they're ready to go for your conferences. And it will say their name right on the box, which is nice. You can go through. See, this says test student because that's the student's name. I always have that ready to go, make sure I'm lined up before I hit share screen, and then you can just run through each of your students. So here's your first parent and you talk things through, and when your conference is done, stop sharing your screen, click the tab, you've got your next student ready to go, you've got all the information in front of you, and you can talk through that. The other nice thing is that you can, if you made comments on an item, you can either quick view them here, or you can click in here, and that brings you to your submission page. If they submitted an assignment, and because this is a test student, it's not going to show up, it'll say submitted by, and it'll say the date here. So if someone's like, well, I thought I submitted that, that's where you can find that out. But then here's the really nice part. Instead of fishing through whether you have your stuff in your assignments tab or if you have modules built, this is a direct link straight to the assignment, which is a really nice thing. So then you can take the parent in and you can explain what's going on with the specific assignment. The only thing you need to remember is if you're going to dig in this way, if you click on grades, it pulls back up your full grade book. So you want to use the back button to get back to the student's grades for that individual student. Otherwise, if you hit grades, it's going to pull up the report of everyone's grades. We don't want that public. Of course, at the top, it does say their percentage and their grade usually. You can go through and talk about stuff. I usually mark things that are either not passing or haven't been turned in as missing so that there's an indicator for the student to draw attention to. I don't use the late marks in what I do, but you can use that however you want. Oh, one more tip. If you have multiple classes, I have a class that has multiple blocks in it. You can go over and select all sections, and then you can pull up your students that way. So you've got every student from those same classes. So for example, I had 3 6th grade tech classes that were all in the same one. So you can individualize by class, or you can just have all the student lists up here, all the student names, and then you can pull from there. Another one of the things that I do when I'm setting up my grade books, especially when I'm trying to line up all of my students, is I'll actually open each grade book in its own separate tab. So just to show you how that works really quick, if you select on courses, hold down command and tap on the class, and it'll open a new tab for that. And then in there, pull up your grades, and I usually put them all next to each other, and then do it again. Tap on it again, open up another class, hold the command button and click. That opens up another tab, go in there, click on grades, and then you've got all of your grade books here and they're ready to go. You can pull them up, have all your multiple grade books set up so that you can bop back and forth between them and then pull whatever students you need from each one of those grade books. This makes it very handy. You can line up your conference students right in a row, and then they're ready to go. I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. Best of luck to you all. Take care.